That's not to say it's an easily exploitable weakness. Even if you manage to get close enough to punch a magician in the face, he can still aim a hand at you and fry you to a crisp with fire as he falls to the ground. But if you can seize control of the magician's hand, victory is yours. At no time during the execution of this technique was I ever exposed to Drake's open hand. On the contrary, once I twisted his hand, it was aimed at his own face. If he had used magic then, he would have made things much worse for himself. Ah!
Whose boy won?
Drake! I don't know. your boy won. Ouch! It hurts!
Well, what did you do, Drake? You aren't supposed to be able to use magic. How many times do I have to say it? I can't use magic.
I guess in a city where everyone uses magic, it's only natural to assume that fights can only be done with magic.
Guys, let's attack at the same time.
Okay, I'll get her from the left.
We both do it first. Go ahead. You do it.
Oops. Okay, I'll get her from the left. Then I'll get her from the right. Good idea.
Wait, Boy 2 talking to himself?
It looks like it, because it just says Boy 2 the whole time. There's Boy 3.
Then I'll attack from... Where was I going to attack from again? What was that, guys? Just attack from wherever.
The remaining boys aim their hands at me. I quickly close in on whose hand has burst into flame. He hurls a fireball, but I'm already behind him. I grab the back of his shirt collar and pull down as hard as I can, lowering my body as quickly as I can while making a quick stride backward. He lands on his butt. Unfortunately, that little trick relies mostly on strength, and a small girl like me isn't strong enough to slam his entire body down onto the ground. I would have liked to use a better technique, but when you're facing 3 opponents at the same time, you're forced to think on your feet. Not wasting any time, I dash immediately to my next opponent. I can hear the boy I knocked down getting up with a pained grunt. Things aren't looking good. The other 2 boys already have their hands up, both gleaming with light. I pick the nearest one. He casts his spell, but I easily dodge it by lowering my body. The jet of water flies harmlessly over my shoulder. I spin my body and launch myself at his magic casting arm, using the moment of the rotation to toss the arm, and in turn the boy's body to the ground. Another throw, I learned. Though it really can't be called a throw, while he does fall, it really looks as if he just slipped and fell to the ground. It would have been much more effective if he had swung his hand at me with everything he had, because then I could have used that power against him. But since he didn't, the throw only carried the strength of a 13-year-old girl. I see him slowly getting back up to his feet, but the 3rd boy is getting ready to cast his spell, so I'm forced to shift my attention to him. He uses earth magic. That's tiny earth magic. But like the 2 before him, I've already moved to his side and grabbed his wrist. It's like rock attack. I spin him around and then...
Just grabbing little chunks of earth and throwing them.
Yeah. A gust of wind whisks me away from behind. I don't know which of the 2 other boys cast the spell. I soar forward through the air, but I haven't lost yet. As I near the ground, I tuck myself, bringing my right arm forward and arching my back so that my body is curved. As soon as my hand touches the ground, I roll forward using my outstretched arm. The fall still hurts, but at least I'm not seriously injured.
Don't let her get up. Attack.
Well, not injured yet. Before I can get back on my feet, a rock the size of my head, that's a big rock, slams into my back. I can almost hear my bones cry out in agony.
Ugh.
I fall face first. Poor Janis. While I'm still lying on my belly, I'm struck by a torrent of water.
Of course they're going to do a low blow. Yeah,
she did pretty good until they did this. But
yeah.
She did pretty good on her own. I grit my teeth, trying my hardest to withstand the pain, and glance up, only to see another boy's flaming hand.
Who's that?
I don't know, it's question.
Professor Poe. You try it.
Oh, man, Professor Poe voice. Stop!
Nice.
That's the best old man voice I got. The man's voice blares, but the boy's hand is still ablaze. Stop it!
That's a good voice.
Suddenly, a swirling wind gobbles up the three boys. They whirl violently in the tornado until it vomits them back out, hurling them high to the sky, even higher than the madhouse's roof.
Ugh.
The boys start to plummet back to the ground. They're gonna get a harsh landing. Oh no, we're going to die!
Boy, too, who talks to himself.
Yeah. But right before they hit the ground, they come to an abrupt stop, suspended in the air.
It sounds like Stinky from
Did we die? Oh, come on, boy two again. No, I think we're still alive.
I like to think he likes to pretend that like he's two people, or like he has an imaginary friend next to him. He's like, no, we're still alive.
Yeah, unless they mislabeled and there's supposed to be like four of them, like one of them's supposed to be boy four, but they
was there.
I
have to count next.
There might have been four boys there. Anyway, a man strides to them. God, I hope we got this right.
Boy two is boy four, but with the different outfit.
Oh, I think that's the man. We did the wrong voice.
Oh, we did the wrong voice.
He's huge and not Professor Poe. Easily 2 or 3 heads taller than me. Didn't you hear me say stop? His 2 arms are spread, one pointed at the opening between the first and second boys, and the other between the second and third. Whatever. He is using a levitation spell on all 3 boys at once. You're lucky you didn't fall to the ground. Immediately after casting a tornado. Even non-magic users like me could easily tell what this man did isn't something a normal person could do. The boys don't answer the man's question. Instead, they stare open-mouthed at him, their mouths shaped like O's. I don't want to see you gang up on a girl again. Do I make myself clear? The boys nod furiously. With a small gesture, the man gently lowers the boys as if he were putting cups of tea on a table. The boys help Drake and the other boy I knocked out earlier. Oh cool, they're still knocked out. And they all scamper back into the house. The man turns to me. Are you hurt? I touch my back, blood drips from my fingers.
No.
The man extends an arm toward me.
Okay, we could let the man cast the spell, or don't let the man cast the spell.
Well, what do you think? You're Janis.
I think we should just let him cast the spell. But then I think she'd be skeptical. So I think she wouldn't let him cast the spell. Before personally making the choice, I think that one. What do you think?
I want to see what happens when you cast the spell. The man extends an arm toward me.
Oh, we got a plus with him.
Oh, cool. A cool tingly feeling envelops me as if I were being submerged in water, but without the wetness. A soothing sensation runs through my body, starting from my chest and quickly spreading out. I think he's healing her. Oh, that's nice. If the flavor of peppermint was determined by touch instead of taste, it would be pretty close to what I'm feeling on my skin. But just as quickly as it came, the sweet sensation is gone, taking the pain in my back with it. He's a nice old guy.
Yeah.
The man and I look at each other. How are you feeling now? One look at this man is all I need to be able to tell that he's a hardened warrior who has seen much more than his fair share of combat. He's probably strong enough to slaughter a pack of monsters without even breaking a sweat. He's definitely someone to be feared, yet his voice is the gentlest I have ever heard.
I'm okay.
Good.
There's Poe. That's Poe, right? Yep.
Oh yeah, there's Poe. Short man. Ho ho ho! What a spectacular show!
Did you bring any gifts, Santa?
Another man appears, not Santa. Unlike the first man, this one is barely taller than me. Good day, young lady. Are you okay? What happened just now?
It's nothing. Just a little fight.
I like how she's like playing it off cool, like, oh, nothing, this happens all the time at the madhouse, we get into fights. Is that so? That didn't look like my definition of nothing or little. Were they bullying you?
Not really, they just don't like me. They always call me names and pick on me.
That's what we call bullying, young lady. They even beat you up.
He's like, don't you know what bullying means? But I beat them back.
She's got a good point. She did throw in some good punches and throws. Though I lost in the end.
Only because I used magic.
Fair enough, I suppose. Does this happen often? It's called the madhouse for a reason, short man.
All the time. All the time, but today was the first time we fought for real. Usually they just try to flip my skirt with the wind, drench me with water, or cast fire really close to my hair. Those sound awful.
That's mean. Those guys are mean. How come they haven't been punished or put in time out or something?
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know, childish stuff.
It's not childish, that's mean. Still, that's an awful thing to do to a young lady.
I agree.
Thank you, short man.
It's no big deal. I'm used to it. I can't use magic, so this will keep happening. Oh, look at his eyes.
You can't use magic, huh?
He's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, Tommy. It's impressive that you were able to fight them without magic. So what? I still lost and had to be rescued. Is that why you're here? Because you can't use magic?